Hello, fifth graders. Miss Laura here, going over your ELA for Friday, October 16, which is day 27 on Calvert. So you're going to be doing Washed Up Part 4 today. And it does start off with some grammar for the day. This is a lesson on something called a preposition. You do not need to read through all of this. Instead, I have a super funny video, and it's funny, but it's actually really entertaining. Over here on your weekly overview guide on day 27, you'll see that there's a video. It says click on this link. You only have to watch this video for your grammar. That's what I want you to do for that. Scroll down. And then it says, as you've seen, when you quote from a text and you cite details, it provides strong support for your analysis. An analysis is what you think of it in a nutshell. So when you are analyzing something, you're basically taking main ideas or things that you think are the main ideas and summarizing what you think of a text. So it says here you're going to continue practicing quoting accurately to support any inferences that you might have and conclusions. Good readers do quote carefully to be sure that they don't make any unsupported statements about a text. You don't make things up. As you read the rest of chapter 2 today, think about the answers to this question. How does each member of the Liu family contribute to solving the problem in this section? Here is the book. You're in chapter 2, reading 24 through 27. When you're done reading, please answer these questions in your ELA journal. You do not need to discuss them with your learning guide. I will be checking them. Who seems to be in charge of the Liu family, the parents or the children? What evidence shows who is in charge? You're supposed to quote your text. Okay. Making sure you quote word for word from a text is very important. Helps give your writing and your answers authority. So let's look at page 24 through 27 here. It says the weather conditions changed for the Lius. This is evident in the first paragraph. It says the temperature had dropped noticeably and the wind whistled like a banshee. And it says find text evidence for the following questions. What evidence shows that Mr. Liu is having a difficult time in the cold? What evidence shows that Mrs. Liu is having a difficult time in the cold? And what evidence supports the idea that Mrs. Liu is very conscious of the family's image on TV? I do want you to do this section today. You're going to I want you to put a page number, and then I want you to quote it, kind of like what they did up here. This is also if you're studying the race strategy, when you're responding, this is the C, you're citing. So practice that today. Make sure you're using complete sentences by restating the question, answering the question, and then cite it with evidence. You can skip vocab, and then you're going to come to fluency. I want you to practice your fluency. Fluency is the rate at which you read, at the correct pace at which you read. So when you go too slow or too fast, it's not fluent reading, and you won't be making any meaning of the text. So when you read at a correct pace, which is the speed that you would speak, it would be the speed that you would speak when you have a conversation with somebody. So you're supposed to watch this video to learn how to practice reading at the correct pace, and I want you to do that. And I want you to follow the directions below. Gives you a rubric on how good readers read with fluency. And then it says practice reading from the book. You basically read a short amount. You go back through and read it 2 more times. Complete the verb tense activity in your ELA journal that I put on the guide. I said complete the verb tense activity. Use the following in sentences, and that's all I want you to do. I want you to use had grown, has grown, will have grown in a sentence in your ELA journal. And that's it for your reading and grammar. You're going to move on to your writing. Use the outline and the quotes, and you should start writing your essay. Make sure you stay on track with what you chose for an outline with your beginning, middle, and end. This is a rough draft. It should be completed, but not perfect. And then you should show your parents or your learning guide at home that you completed it and share it with them. And that is it for today. I hope you guys have a wonderful Friday. Don't forget to rate your understanding at the bottom. Thanks, guys.